Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, Lady V. Thank you, supporters, subscribers, and Patreons. Please share these videos with those who you think it might resonate with. If you're interested in any of my services, books, merch, t-shirts, webinars, sessions, and Higher Realm magic information and meditations, please visit higherrealmholistics.com. Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. What's up, QV here? We have the victory. It's early Sunday morning down here in Miami Beach area, and needless to say, this is not a video I ever thought I'd be making. I keep saying that, and then, my oversoul has another surprise for me. So I've been going through this physically painful activation for the past few days, and like I always say, always address your signs and symptoms. Don't automatically say, oh, it's just ascension symptoms, because it came with the physical first, not the downloads and the messages, blah blah. It was very physical at first, and it started with horrible sharp pain, which I'm still experiencing right now, so I'm having a hard time even breathing through it, my left lower quadrant. So having a history of ovarian cysts since I was a teenager, I was like, oh, here we go again. But I thought I already ovulated, I thought I already had my period, I already went through it, what the heck? This is not the right time. Why is it happening all of a sudden? It didn't make sense, because that would happen with my period whenever I knew I was getting my period. And then at the same time, this strange pain started happening right here in my left lower jaw. And I thought, I only have like one wisdom tooth that ever came in. I was like, wisdom teeth coming in at my age? I was like, oh my God, what is this weird pain? And it was a pulsating pain. And then it was just sharp, and then it would be like almost electricity radiating throughout my entire head. And the crazy thing, like it would shoot off, and then it would come down here, down my heart, my throat. I'd feel like a burst of heat come through there, and then it would go through my left side, and then I'd feel it burst again, heat of pain, left lower quad, go down behind my left knee, go down left foot, down my and it would go up and down like that. It would be like that diagonal from here going, shooting down from the earth, going up and down. I was like, what the, when it crescendoed yesterday, because it's so weird. I'm going to be a little bit squirrely because I'm just coming to and giving this information, okay? So it crescendoed early this morning. Like my BFF called me, it was like 5:30 in the morning. She's like, hey, what's up? You up? I'm like, girl, I never went to sleep, to say the least. So, like I said, a few days ago, it started, right? But it started like around 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, both of them at the same time. The whole thing, the whole cycle would start. I'm like, what is it, like hitting some strange nerve and then connecting with the other nerve that's my lower, my sciatic nerve or something like that, where is the ovarian cyst affecting that? I mean, I went through all the usual medical stuff first to rule out. I always believe in ruling out. So then yesterday evening, it started again out of the blue. And that's when because I observed myself for a couple of days, and then yesterday was day 3. And that's when I was like, no, this is not, wisdom tooth coming in, or I don't know, cavity or something. Who knows? Hidden cavity, ovarian cyst. Maybe when dancing, I put my foot down the wrong way. I was like, nope, everything's ruled out. The usual suspect is ruled out, because it's happening at the exact same time. Between 6 and 7 in the evening, exactly the same time. All day fine, feeling nothing, and then boom, all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It was like It's like, literally, if you could picture what that might feel like, that's what it was going on over here in my jaw. And then shooting of the pain. It was light. It wasn't too bad. A 5. Can handle it. Don't want to take any painkillers. Try some Reiki. Didn't make a darn bit of difference. Then it started getting exponentially worse to the point where I couldn't get off my couch. And then I finally, like 11:30 at night last night, managed to try to brush my teeth. I took some colloidal silver, thought maybe that might help. Soaked my mouth in it, laid down, and then that's when the fireworks began, okay, people? Fireworks. Up until this morning, it was like my BFF calling me, snapped me out of it. And then right after I got off the phone with her, it's when the flood of information as to what was going on, why it was happening, blah, 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 blah. That information started coming in before she called me, but I was still not here, not in this dense physical realm. I'll tell you where I was. So, yeah. So that was the physical stuff happening with the electricity starting at this point, this node, which is what it looks like if anybody knows about the heart with the different nodes, the SA node, the AV node in the heart. Look it up. It was like that type of thing. Think of the heart itself. Oh, darn, I should have brought up a picture. You know what? Let me bring up a picture for you guys because it would be better for me to show you this way. Oh. Okay. Now we got this, but think of it as my entire body. Okay. The electrical system of the heart. This looks like a nice simple one. Yes, that shows the nodes. Okay. All right. So you have the SA node. You have the SA node and the AV node. Okay. Which is, you have the AV node right here. And this is the SA node, which is known as the electrical signal generator of the heart. And then you have the pacer of the heart, okay? And it's not that good of enough picture because you need to see the Purkinje fibers and all that kind of stuff. Okay. No, this sucks. Jeez. I don't want it to look too complicated for you guys. Okay, so it starts in the right atrium. Ironically enough, the right side of my face, the right lower jaw. The SA node, which is the pacemaker of the heart, shoots it off. Okay, shoots off the first charge, and it goes into the AV node, and then the AV node, it goes down into Purkinje fibers down here. Okay, the bundle branch. You have the bundle branch and you have the Purkinje fibers. These are the Purkinje fibers. This is the bundle branch. And then it goes into the ventricles of the heart, causing the ventricles of the heart to contract. Okay, shoots out. The final end of the electrical pulse is in the Purkinje fibers. Shoots out and it causes the ventricles to contract. So it's boom, boom, you know. So this is exactly, think of this as my body. This is here. Goes down to my heart, goes down to, think of the node, because it's the way my oversoul showed it to me. It was my node, the nodes in my body, implants. They were like, they look crystal, clear crystal. We're going to get into that too. This is going to be a wacky video. So these implant nodes, crystals, which are strategically placed in my body for this activation, and I'll go into what the activation is about, starts here, which is my lower right jaw, the SA node, the pacer, shoots off into the AV node, which is down there in my left lower quad, and then travels down the bundle branch, which is my left leg, and goes through the Purkinje fibers. Okay, so that's why I could describe it. Has to be in those terms. That's the way my oversoul shows me, and these other beings showed me, because that's the way I understand it in the medical terms. So there's a nice little diagram for you Hope that made some type of sense. Okay. So back to all of this. Yeah, it's connected to Lemuria, which in the Hindu texts they call it Kumara Kumara Kingdom. Kumara Kingdom. Kumara Kingdom, yeah. Which was located in the Indian Ocean region, which is about all I knew about it. I didn't know nothing for nothing when it came to the whole Lemuria thing. Met very, very few couple of those souls from Lemuria, and I would tell them, oh yeah, I see you over there, blah, blah. Only two, I'm telling you. We're a rare breed. I did not know I connected to this breed. And I'm going to go into what my oversoul revealed to me about the whole Lemurian thing. Alrighty. So when it comes to Lemuria and what happened to me with this activation that's still going on, and I'm in quite a bit of pain right now. But it's nothing like, it's not the 10 plus scale that it was that I was going through all night long into early this morning. I could function and make this video for you guys as the information was coming to light for me. Okay, so why I'm receiving this activation at this time. Okay, and what does it have to do with what's going on right now? What does it have to do with you who's watching this video? All right, now I'm giving you information directly from my oversoul. I have not done any investigation into the whole thing as of yet. I was guided to a certain book to read, which I will do it today since my office is closed today. The office building is closed, still with the reclosed again due to all the whatever, COVID, looting, blah, blah, garbage, okay, in Miami. So I can't even work in my office like I need to today. That being said, so I'm going to read this book. I'll give you the information later. Okay, the whole Lemurian connection. What is going on with Lemuria? I was shown that, mind you, this is all between the last 12 hours. Let's put it that way. This information came to me within the past 12 hours. Okay. So, the whole Lemurian thing, the way it was shown to me is that it was this continent here in the Indian Ocean, and we all know it's sunk, blah, blah. There's evidence of it being down there, granite, yada, yada, yada. So it's not a myth, whatever. It was there, okay? And they say due to the spinning of the earth and the plate tectonics, it shrunk. It sank, okay? But here's the truth of it from what I'm being told. Again, if this doesn't resonate with you, it simply doesn't resonate. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to have a battle of the minds. Don't flood me with ridiculous emails, whatever. I'm just sharing with you my experience, okay? So please miss me with all that craziness. I'm having enough to deal with and to deal with that nonsense. So this Lemuria thing, as you can tell, I'm being around the bush because I'm still trying to process the information. I was shown that Lemuria, being this massive land, was there, and the earth did look very different, of course. It wasn't placed the way it was, but Lemuria was there, the massive land, and I was shown as one of the original builder souls, along with my BFF and one other person that I know who's on my channel, another one who came later on. I was showing our journeys here, 4 journeys, and my BFF came down here. Like me and my BFF, we were like part of the first group. Like we came in different waves, okay, before it sank. And I'll explain the sinking and how it went. So we're the seeders. We came down as the seeders of earth to seed earth with life, to terraform earth. Okay? Homo sapiens, man, ancestors of man, were not here. There was nothing but land and water. And Earth was being terraformed from afar. So they were plants. I saw plants and stuff, but not, there were some, it was like these strange looking, it looked like bugs. I don't know what the heck they were. Small animals, creatures, weird bugs, whatever, strange animals. No mammals or anything like that. Or reptiles or anything. None of that was here yet. So we came down and we had like these crystals. And they look like this, exactly like this. I'm going to explain to you. This is my Sophia crystal. For those of you who have done my meditation with grounding in that Sophia Christed energy back in December, the Bride of Christ energy, we came down with crystals that looked exactly like this. And they were programmed with information. Now I know why. Since I was a little kid, I'm always burying crystals all over the place. We programmed them. They were programmed with life to do things to the land, to have life spring up out of it, basically. So we were programming these and planting them. Now, to come down here in the first place, well, okay, first of all, when did I come down here originally? Me and my team. 2 million years. I thought it was thousands. No, I was shown 2 million. It's like 2 million almost on the dot. 2 million years. We've been down here with this expedition team to come plant the crystals. The first physical team to come down on Earth. And how we came down on Earth is that we did have to lower our vibration to come down to Earth. We originated from it was like a mid 6D, and Earth at the time was 5D. So you did have to lower our vibration, and there's a huge difference between 6 and 5D. If anyone wants to understand where I'm coming from with all that, read the Kabbalion. Okay? So we had to lower our vibrations to come down to seed Earth further, because it was being terraformed from afar, but the physical seeding, we had to plant the crystals, and they were clear crystal quartz that looked like this, that we had to plant, that were pre-programmed. We programmed them. In that group of us, the original inhabitants, again, we had to lower our vibration to take denser form. It didn't look as dense as this. It was more of a homoluminous form, okay? We didn't eat solid foods or anything like that from what I saw, to come and seed Earth. We were the original seeders, the original master builders of Earth, okay? In the seeding of Earth, and remember, we did have to lower our vibrations. We kept lowering the vibration of Earth just a tinge to get different life forms to form, okay? And it was very interesting during that activation, that physical activation I was receiving when my nodes and implants were being activated. My crystal started vibrating, making sound, and I looked over and I was told to get it, to help it reprogram me, calibrate me, whatever. So I went to get it, reach over to my altar, which is right next to my bedside. But then I also wanted to get this, which is my lapis lazuli, very high grade lapis lazuli pyramid. And then I heard immediately, and there was a being next to me. Wasn't my oversoul. It was a Lemurian being who I've never met before, said, no, this came later. This is of Atlantis. That is why it's structured. And this is free form. This is of Lemuria. It's more free formed. And I was shown, oof, I'm getting tingly all over while talking about this because I'm reliving it. I was shown that as we were seeding Earth and building physical structures, it got our vibrations, unbeknownst to us, were being lowered and lowered and lowered, and it was starting to cause this separation between the groups that came, that people refer to as Lemurians. They were, where we originated from was the Syrian area of the universe, and the Arcturian. So it was the Arcturian and the Syrians that came down for this seeding project together. And what started happening was the lowering in vibration was also causing a split, like a right-left mind split. Instead of that balanced masculine feminine mind together, it started that left-right mind split. And it has nothing to do with your sexual organs either. So as that split was happening, things were becoming more structured. And the group who wanted the more structured scientific were floating away. In fact, they were headed towards this way. They were going towards the continent of Africa. But again, remember, everything was shaped different. The land masses were different. I'm just saying this was here. I'm not 100% what else was everywhere else. So they started migrating further away. They started being more of the scientific mind, which eventually led to them opening up the portal to the lower dimensional beings, allowing those reptilian type beings to come in, blah, 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 sinking Atlantis, all that kind of a hot mess. But in doing that, what they were also doing was lowering Earth's vibration. Earth was supposed to originally be a five-dimensional vibrating planet. But what the Atlanteans ended up doing by going that way and going further and further away from the way, the free form, okay, this area right here, Lemuria area, started sinking because Earth could no longer sustain that high vibration. Earth was going from the high 5D lower and lower and lower and lower until it hit 3D rock bottom. Okay, so that's why Lemuria sunk, because Earth itself could no longer sustain the higher vibration. Atlantis itself sunk because it went down to Atlantis wasn't just a spot, okay? It was the Atlantean civilization. But yeah, there was a central location, just like Lemuria was a central location where they originated, okay? It sunk. And I don't know exactly where it is. There were different spots I was shown. It wasn't just one. It was like different sides of the globe, whatever. Any which ways, that's not the point of this. This is all about the origination, the Lemurian thing. Atlantis itself was 4D. It was vibrating out of 4D vibration, and it itself sunk because Earth sunk down even lower, because those beings that came in took it down to a 3D so they could rule over it. Okay? Again, Kabbalion, Hermetics, the higher rules the lower. Okay? So in order for these lower 4D, mid 4D beings to rule over Earth and the children of man, Homo sapien and Homo sapien sapiens, they had to lower it down to 3D. Okay? Ooh, that felt good saying that. So that is why Lemuria sunk. Now, what happened with us original seeders that came in, we stayed here on Earth. We're not trapped in the dark beings reincarnation cycle. We're choosing to reincarnate. I was like, 2 freaking million years I've been doing, what the heck? But it was for times such as this. Because where we are right now and the frequency we are right now, oh, here's something else I should have freaking pulled up for you guys that I forgot. I'm sorry. I am so squirrely right now. Is the Schumann. Because I need to show you the Schumann to show you the scientific backing. Because seeing is believing. Bookmarks, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. I need to show this to you guys. So you can understand. And I've been covering the Schumann, okay, for a while now. So as you can see, here's the 3D. And this has been going on for a while. And if you go back even a year and a half, you will not see all of these other frequencies. 7.83 hertz is the 3D vibrate is the frequency used to maintain the 3D grid. And as you can see, it is coming apart, and it's been coming apart with these energy bombs, these higher vibrations. And now you could clearly see higher, the mid 4D and lower 4D that's been ruling over 3D, because it's being hit with high vibration also. And right here, it's pretty faded now. It used to be a lot stronger, like right here. You see over here? That's the cutoff between 4 and 5. You see 5 very clearly now. Look at that. And it's been going. It's not going anywhere. These are the different frequencies to maintain the higher densities here on Earth, okay? As the 7.83 hertz and the lower 4D. Anything under 17, right here's the cutoff mark, 17. Anything under 17 is coming down. Okay, first, of course, 3D. The 3D 7.83 hertz has to come down, meaning raise the vibration. That's what we're doing here with these energies we're anchoring in, these energy bombs being anchored in. It is raising the vibration, therefore getting rid of it. And as you can see, this is why we're seeing darker beings. This is why things are being exposed. People are like, oh no, it's getting worse. No, you're in the illusion of peace, honey. You're under the illusion. Now the illusion is coming down, and that is what you're seeing. It's not about, oh my God, now, and you know, you're seeing these terrible things because you're low vibrating. No, we're seeing all this stuff because we're waking up. Earth is waking up. The curtain has been ripped down. That's why you're seeing it. So anything under 17 is the 3D, lower 4D, mid 4D. Above 17 hertz comes the higher 4D into 5D. That we could see very clearly. Here's right there, the cutoff mark they're showing us. And these are, you know, the higher vibrating beings out there who have the spirit beings, who are the ones who started this, triggered this activation in me 3 days ago, which I didn't even know they were playing a part in. But yeah. And it's very connected to the meditation we did the other day, the group meditation I was guided to do with you guys the other day. So let's get back over here. Okay, so here we have this. Again, so the split happened because the people who eventually are known as the Atlanteans migrated away because they were getting more and more scientific, more and more structured. Okay, getting away from the free form. Okay, they became more structured, so they were getting away from the free form. Okay, which is what we originally came down with, to see the Earth with. Okay, so, and it was lowering the vibration of the Earth to the point where it sunk Atlantis itself. Lemuria, the landmass known as Lemuria, went first because it was the highest vibrating point where we originally came in. So, okay, so I was told why I'm being triggered now, and I'm not the only one. There was somebody else this is how I found out this book, because I was guided to type into YouTube a couple of search words. I'm not going to say it because it's my activation, and if you're to get that activation, you'll be guided too. I was told to share the book. I put in a couple of search words. The YouTube channel popped up this girl who I did see her video a couple of years ago. She's a reader, tarot card reader, but then she was triggered recently in April to, getting woozy, to do some Lemurian reading. She got her Lemurian activation. So, and then I was told that 2020, this is the activation of the original seeders, the original earth seeders. And why we're coming on, so look, this looks like it's the lotus, but it looks like a pineal gland. Why we're being activated. By the way, the book has said Lemuria, the lost continent of the Pacific. This is a free PDF link that she left. I can't wait to print it out and read it. Any which ways. So why the hardcore activation now to the point where it's activating somebody like me, and her and others And by the way, I know you guys are going to hate hearing this, but Trump, he's a 22. He's an original seeder also, by the way, which kind of shocked me to see and hear that. But he went off to Atlantis. He was original group, one of the original teams. We came down in waves, and he's one of the ones that went off to Atlantis and became more structured. So I don't want to go too far in because that's not for me to tell you guys. So I didn't even know this about myself. This is the origination of me being on Earth. And showing me originations of others being here on Earth. So the reason why we're being activated and triggered now in 2020 is because we've reached the point where the syncing happened. We reached the vibration. In other words, the Schumann map looked like this. Think of it backwards, like we're undoing it. This is what it looked like when 3D came online. When the real big fall happened, blah, blah, the lower 4D, mid 4D beings took over, yada, yada, yada. I was shown this is like a map. It almost looks like this at this time. So we're in a time such as this right here. Okay? So that's why we're being activated. And my oversoul and the Lemurian beings, they were guiding me and telling me, showing me, taking me back onto how to create. And to create, meaning manifest things. You guys know, and I've mentioned this, and thank you again for you guys who signed the petition to help save my neighborhood that's trying to be taken over by this greedy developer and destroy the, basically they want to turn it into a Central Park region area. If anyone grew up in New York, you know what Central Park looks like. And I've been chased by rats the size of freaking greyhounds, okay? And I'm not exaggerating. Packs of rats run around attacking people. The New York rats are bold. Central Park rats will come out, mid-noon. They'll get you for lunch, okay? So that's what they want to turn my area into because of the, literally that's what they want. They want to turn it into Central Park, like Central Park down here in South Florida because of the state park across the street from me. And I was shown how to get rid of them, basically, how to manifest that reality. And I was like, and I was guided and shown and to how to do other things. I was like, whoa, okay. And it said you need to go back. So yeah, it was just, again, I'm just coming out of this. I have not read that book. I've not done anything except to share this information with you guys, on how this all started. And we've reached a point where we're at that point where that timeline separate the energy point, the vibration point where that timeline separation happened. So it's like we're undoing it. So that is where we are right now because of the Schumann. All of the energies are here present, and we have beings such as myself and others who are vibrating with those higher ones. And then you have, of course, the people completely asleep here at the 7.83 hertz, and then you have the ones ruling over them here under the 17 hertz. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I made some type of sense. For my, I promised my Patreons that I was going to hold like every other week because of where we are right now. So next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have a live Zoom. Okay. So that's for my Patreons. I was going to save this for my Patreons. I was like, no, this is even too wacky for me to talk about in open, but I was told I had to because this will activate others. If you're meant to be activated at this time, you will be activated this time. Again, you don't have to be so physical like me, physically building stuff, and but it's about grounding in that energy, bringing up that Lemurian energy. It's like they say the rising of Atlantis. No, 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 no. It's actually the rising of Lemuria. The rising of Lemuria, not the rising of Atlantis. The rising of Lemuria. Oh my God, my whole body's vibrating from saying that. Those guys say. So it's the rising of the Lemurian energy to bring Earth back. Because remember, the higher rules the lower, and those of us who came down here in that team from the Arcturian group and from the Syrian group, we're all 6-dimensional beings. We lowered our vibration because this Earth was originally 5D, and the higher rules the lower. We were 6. We came here not to rule Earth, to seed Earth. Okay? And the way it was shown to me is like any being vibrating 7, higher than 7, you can't come into this dense of a physical form. Okay? You can't lower your vibration to the point where you're going to be so dense that you could survive in 3D. That is why our masters and our oversoul and certain angels, they, even like our guardian angels, you've seen plenty of stories of angels coming and rescuing people and taking physical form and being physical, but they can't maintain that physical form for long. It's like whoop, in and out. Some do make the ultimate sacrifice, like my son and my granddaughter, but again, it's different. Just think of the human soul, and yes, we're still human souls, even if we're master souls, with angelic souls. It's like the same kind of strata when it comes to vibration. Think of the Luciferian angels, the dark angel, the demonic ones. They're still angelic souls, but they're low vibrating angelic souls. The higher vibrating souls, the certain rung of guardian angels, the ones that are closest to us, they can lower their vibration low enough to take a human avatar body, like my son did, like my granddaughter did. They're able, and in doing that, they help us who are down here to get through this ascension crap, and that also gives them their ascension jump up to the next level too. So you can go back to my videos that I did back in 2018 when I first started. I've been doing this for 2 years now. So you can go back and see those videos, and I explain that further when it comes to the birthing of the souls and different souls, yada, yada, yada. You have to find it. So yeah, so that Lemurian original cedar energy is fully activating. It started in 2020. And yeah, so there are people who knew there were Lemurian souls prior to that. Yeah, I've met a couple. But it's to tell you guys, yeah, the Lemurians, and not everyone is Lemurian, not everyone, because egos are going to get involved. And it's like, oh, so you think you're this and that. Honestly, you're vibrating low, and that is, get behind me, Satan. You start talking that way, okay? Because that's the lower vibrating demonic energy talking there. So not to say ego is demonic. Ego is what keeps you alive in 3D, okay? So just, yeah, you can read that book if you're guided to. If this triggers you and activates you, sorry about it, not sorry about it. Depending on the work you have to do down here, you'll be activated differently. My activation is specific to who and what I am. Again, I had to ask, what am I? And that's what led to all this information. So that's how I got down here. That's how I remained here. Is that it? Dang. And 2 million years is nothing in the span of the time of the universe. It's nothing. It's like, not that it is some bit of a time, but the earth is older than that. So that's what the deal is, for those who resonate with. And I'll talk to my Patreons next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we could dig deeper into this. Now I'll tell a few things if you join, if you know who you are. And yeah, let's see what happens this week. I don't know. Let's see what happens this week. Again, not all is revealed. Not all is revealed at once. Okay, guys, this is a pretty long video, 40 minutes. So I hope I did some type of explaining. I hope you understand some of the things I said. So yeah, QV out. And yeah, we got this. Let's do this, guys. We're there. As you could see, we're there. Oh yeah, and I was told the reason also, yeah, let me jump in. I'm sorry. The whole under attack hardcore thing on every front, I was told that that was heated up, and I have the Satanists after me specifically who are in control of my daughter right now, and that's why we did that parent stuff, is again to anchor in that Lemurian energy, which is like opposition energy to that Luciferian energy, Satanist energy, which is also helping to allow the uncovering of, you know, well, everything that's going on right now, the whole Wayfair thing, mind you, all of that. God knows it's not just them, but that's why you'll see all these Luciferians and Satanists like losing it right now, because from dark to light. The Lemurian energy is the true light here. It's the Sophia Christos light, and it's coming in. It's coming in. Think of like yourself as that heart diagram that I showed, and Earth itself being that heart, and us being that SA node, the pacer, pumping it in and putting it through. You know, well, the SA node would be out there, would be source, right? Would be the central sun, and then our sun, which is like a portal, and we're like the bundle branches, yes. And the Purkinje fibers. I'm like a bundle branch, and Team V is like the Purkinje fibers. Okay, let's put it that way. Yeah, like there. See, central sun coming down, our sun, and the higher beings. I think of them, the higher beings up there that are out there, and it's like those of us who are the masters down here, and those and here, right? The first. Let's put it this way. It's like the forerunners. Yes, we're the forerunners here. The bundle branches are the forerunners. The Purkinje fibers are the like second and third wavers. All right, that makes any sense. Trying to be visual with it. All right, guys, and there's the PDF. You guys could go read that. I'm gonna go read, and let's see what happens with it. QV out, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.